Yo guys, what's up? It's MJK back on a Thursday evening. I'm recording this video a little bit earlier before I start streaming because we got an early morning tomorrow for baseball. So anyway, here we are. Boys, we had a fantastic Thursday flip night last night. One of the best I've had in a while. I mean, granted, it's only technically our third week Thursday flipping, but I'm talking even in terms of FIFA 20, man. This was a really good day. The market just absolutely took off. And that's the best thing that we could have asked for. You know, we had everything rising. We had some cards, you know, get price range updates, some cards that still extinct that did get price range updates, some cards that were extinct that are no longer extinct. Kind of a crazy day, man. But anyway, the purpose of today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys what I bought, the profit that I made, some cards that I really like out of packs. And then also, I think I'm going to talk a little bit about what we can expect for the weekend because EA is dropping some clues. And you know what happens when EA drops clues? It's always a bunch of BS, man. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, let's get right into it, man. So the first thing that I wanted to show you guys was these cards, man, absolutely flew, right? We had this Ederson that we flipped earlier in the day. So this wasn't technically a Thursday flip. This guy, I probably could have held and done all right, but I got out of him because I wanted more coins to buy Thursday flips. This guy we bought earlier in the week for $425, sold him for $468. We finally got out of our Gomez that we bought at $185 last Sunday, I think. Timo Werner, man. Now Timo Werner, I got a little bit unlucky on because someone bid on him instead of buying him. But still, I bought him at $309 or $310 or something like that. Sold for $345, so we did all right on that card too. Ocampos, I got super lucky on, guys. I bought Ocampos. We made like 5-6K a card on these Ocampos, but it is what it is. Pelas fucked me because, screwed me because of him getting COVID. So he was down, but we got a lazy on him, so that's great. Sorry for the headband, by the way, guys. I'm just feeling letting the hair go. Lucas Hernandez or Theo Hernandez, he sold. Andre sold somehow by the grace of God. This guy sold. So we were looking at like 20K on this card, man, and like another 10K on this card. Allen. Now, Allen just sold tonight. This is a card that we bought for like 125 or so, maybe a little bit more. 149 profit. This card I bought at 135, sold for 156. My Hazards I got under 80. I think I got them both at 78. Hazard, you know, Tannehill, if you're watching this video, GG's, man. GG's. We did sell a Hugo Lloris. GG's. Pogba, I got Pogba at 190 on a snipe, sold him for 223. Kyle Walker, we bought at 97, sold for 117. Wijnaldum, whatever. Him, whatever with De Jong, right? Martial, guys. Martial flew, and I sold him low. And he flew. But anyway, we got 2 sales on Martial. We got a big sale on Joe Gomez, man. This guy absolutely took off today. So we did really well, man. I still got an Ederson to sell that I'm lazy listing, right? Delaney, this Bale is fresh. I bought this Bale a couple days ago. He's fresh, so you know he's just a ticking time bomb. He's gonna explode at some point. And then we got a Wijnaldum and a De Jong left. So overall, a pretty decent day of Thursday flipping, man. I'm really happy with it. Like I said, the overall market took off. We made a little bit of squad changes, I think, since the last episode. And realistically, we played a game of Division Rivals, and I got two red cards. I ended up drawing the game with 9 men, but anyway. So this is what we're gonna go with this weekend, I think. Unless we get a really badass Team 2 card from the Premier League, or you know, maybe a Liverpool guy. We'll see. But these are so far what I got. But we're just gonna roll with this until we get the red cards off. But overall, I'm really excited for this team. This guy, chat, is a absolutely fantastic SBC. And I understand. I've been playing friendlies with him, and he's unbelievable. This guy is so good as well. But guys, let's go on to our good friend Footbin real quick, and I want to just talk to you guys really quick about cards that I really like out of packs. Now the thing that kind of sucks though is some of these cards are very much inflated, and that's not necessarily a good thing, right? Because with inflation comes a little bit of panic, right? And what happens when cards get panic sold and when they get inflated and then they panic sell, you know, it's a recipe for disaster. So the first thing I want to look at is Rule Breakers Team 1, because some of these cards took off today. Some of these cards came down a little bit too, but a lot of them, you know, did very well. This guy's down. This guy's up about 40K. This guy's the same. This guy's been up, plus or minus 25, 30K. Ocampos is high because he's the only decent right wing, not named Lionel Messi. Dumfries is very cheap. This guy's very cheap, and he is a very good card. I wanted to actually pull up this guy on the YouTube video because, granted, I understand 3-star, 3-star isn't the best. But, guys, look at this card, man. 88 agility, 92 balance, 87 acceleration, 83 sprint speed, 90 positioning, 90 finishing. The only thing that sucks and that you're going to feel about this guy is the shot power. 71 shot power is very, very, very tough. And he doesn't have the finesse shot trait, so it's really going to be difficult to make this card good. But I still like the card overall. I think out of packs, especially once we start getting closer to foot swaps and stuff like that, where you need specific league requirements, I don't think it's a bad shout, especially at 19K. He's been weird. He's been upwards of, he's been 19K, he's been 25K, he's been kind of all over the place. He's a card that was fun to trade with earlier in the week. You could snipe him like 19, sell him for 24, stuff like that. I also really like Douglas Costa, guys, but Douglas Costa is very, very high. Douglas Costa, like I said in the last video, Douglas Costa is the devil, all right? This guy has boned me more times than I can count. And so we'll see what happens with him out of packs. But if the projections and the leaks are accurate, it looks like Lewandowski might be in Team 2. And if Lewandowski or Royce or those Bundesliga cards get boosted, or another Brazil link with Teles and Telesca and Paulinho, this is a card that could, continue to rise. But the only thing I will say is I feel like this guy is capped on this guy, man. I have a feeling like, granted, one's a special card and one's not, but these two cards are very, very similar, and I've used both of them, and they play very, very similar. So it all depends on people's comfortability paying this price. But I'd like to see him eventually get a little bit cheaper before I bought. But this is a card that, out of packs cards, guys, have just continued to fly. Right? We've seen it with Marcus Rashford's in form. Look at this. He's almost 700K. I regret not buying him at 575. This guy, you got this guy, right? You have some absolutely incredibly high prices out of packs. So what that tells me, right, is that this is our first promo team of the year. So I have a feeling like some of these cards could go up, but it all depends on what promo cards we get in set 2, right? For instance, if we do get a Sancho, right, like people have said, if we do get a Sancho, could affect this guy's price in a positive or a negative way. If we get a Lautaro Martinez, right, it could positively or negatively affect this card based on the card, based on if people are going to say, okay, well, maybe I will sell my Sadio Mane, or I will sell my ones to watch Allen or my inform Rashford, and I'll buy Mertens and Lautaro Martinez or something like that. So it's all things to consider. But I still think some of these cards are really decent out of packs. This Kamara guy's not bad. He's not bad. I realistically don't hate this guy. He is a little inflated, but we'll see what happens. But if past specials are anything of I guess past meta special, if they give us any indication of what happens when cards go out of packs, I mean, look at this guy, look at this guy, even look at this guy and these guys, everything flew today. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But we do have some little cryptic messages, if you will, from EA Sports. So if I just go on my Twitter feed real quick, EA Sports FIFA, we'll see two tweets, man. Cam, 80 passing, 80 physical. A lot of people think this is Royce, right? And people are saying, well, are they really gonna destroy Royce's passing that much? He's got 84 passing. Look what they did to Mertens. Look what they did to Mertens dribbling, right? 84. Look what they did to Llorente's dribbling. 74, right? So if you boost, physical stats and you take away dribbling, it makes sense, right? And then you got Inter, 85 pace, 85 shooting. That makes me think it's Lautaro Martinez or Romelu Lukaku. And now it could, could it be an Ivan Perisic? Yeah, it could. But is it more likely a version of Lukaku or Lautaro Martinez? Probably, yeah, which I think is boring. But some cards that I'd like to see, man, we talked about in the last video. I'd love a Sancho. I would love a Richarlison or something like that. A Bobby Firmino with sick defending would be sick. But one card that I wanted to talk about real quick is this guy, man. Is he still extinct? Oh, okay. Well, well, there goes the point of my video. What I was saying, guys, is that I guess he might be extinct at 175. I don't know. But I just had a shady feeling with this card that usually when EA takes so long to update a price range, because you have this guy at 175 and he was extinct all throughout rewards, and then you have a guy like this whose price range got updated instantaneously, right? Gold Rashford. It makes you think that EA's kind of up to something, right? Something a little shady in terms of I guess the content that they're coming out with, right? When you let a card like this that's super meta go extinct for so long, it kind of makes you think, you know, well, what happened? What are they going to release, right? Are they going to release a version of him? Are they going to release a card that competes with him to lower his price? I don't know. But the thing is, if you have this card, you could ride it out, man, if he's still extinct. But for me, like I said, man, I never like to put my coins in the hands of EA and updating price ranges or anything like that, because I think they get a little despicable, if you will. But anyway, guys, there's some really good informs that I like this week, right? Some of them are going back up a little bit, but Joe Gomez, he's been at like 430 and he shoots to 460, stuff like that. Valverde is another one that's super meta. He's up another 20K or so from earlier today. So I think there's opportunities tomorrow that we can have to flip, right? We got to look at their low points and kind of calculate based on that. And obviously we have to see if EA servers can handle the load tomorrow. So anyway, guys, with that, I'll keep this video kind of more so about market predictions and my Thursday flips. But anyway, we're about to fire up the live stream. So like always, man, I appreciate the support. I appreciate the likes, the views, the comments. We've been doing like much better on every video. And the last video, it took me 2 days for somebody to say, hey, asshole, you spelt the promo wrong. It's not Record Breakers, it's Rule Breakers. So hopefully we won't misspell a title again today. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Look forward to catching you guys soon, whether it's in the live streams, in the YouTube comments, in the Discord, wherever it may be. Yeah, guys. So thank you again, and I'll catch you soon. Later.